C. Are you a Muslim?
Yes. Hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead. Are you a Muslim?
Yes.
Why you kiss the black stone, Muslim people?
Holy.
Huh?
It's a gift by Allah.
I don't understand what?
It's a gift by Allah.
It's a gift by Allah? If there is any evidence that this one, you call him Allah, he sent the stone? Do you have any evidence?
Historical evidence or what evidence are you talking?
Okay, how you know that Allah, he sent this stone? In order to know, you have to have evidence. Where is the evidence of what you claim?
Oh, my Imam taught me so.
My friend, can you get close to the microphone, or I don't know what your voice is not so clear.
Wait a minute, I will connect via phone.
All right. Do we have any Muslim? He knew why you Muslims have little tiny black tiny stones and the rest is wax and the shape is a vagina? I challenge any Muslim to confirm to us the location of Mecca. Prove to us that Mecca today is Mecca, the one was speaking about in so-called Book of Islam. Prove to us that Muhammad, where he's born, who is he? Who is Muhammad? They do not know who is Allah. Allah is an ancient name of an ancient God, which is the moon god. The Muslim, they stole it from other nations. Muhammad, nobody knows who is he. Who is Muhammad? You know, the Quran says Isa, the son of Mary. Okay, so now we know Isa, we know Mary. Not only that, Mary, the daughter of Imran. So now we know even who is the grandfather of Isa. Who is Muhammad? Go ahead.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
So what you said to me, the black stone is a gift from Allah. First of all, why he sent this gift? It was the birthday of Muhammad.
That I don't know.
I like this answer because this is a very popular answer by Muslims. They don't know what they are worshiping. But why Allah he sent this gift? You said you do not know. Okay, what the purpose of this gift?
I mean, in the hadith it says that the messenger has kissed the stone, so
I know he kissed the stone.
that's
I
basically
ask a very well-known Muslim website in the chat. I asked them why the Prophet kissed the stone. Took them 5 minutes to answer. They said to me because it's holy. Do you agree with them?
but when holy means that it is it is sent by God or coming from paradise, then I agree.
Well, that's mean everything sent from heaven is holy. Do you agree?
From Allah, you mean?
From heaven. You said to me from heaven.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay, but that's mean Adam is holy. Eve is holy. Shaitan is holy because Shaitan was in heaven in Islam.
I mean, Adam was a prophet, right?
He's prophet to who?
What do you mean prophet to who?
I mean, there's only one guy and his wife. He was a prophet to who?
I mean, prophet means like
What he will prophesy? Adam will prophesy that later there's a guy, his name is Adam, is going to be made by Allah. Give me one prophecy of a prophet Adam.
I only know that Adam is a prophet.
Yeah, because you copy paste, but you never. But why you don't think about it? Think about it for a second. If somebody is a prophet, shouldn't he prophesy? Okay, I'm prophet too. What do you prophesy? You know what? Let me tell you what I will prophesy. Something nobody knows. Yesterday, Trump, he will debate Biden, and he will win the debate. Yesterday, this is a prophecy nobody knows. So what the prophecies of your prophet is a false prophet? You Muslim, you made everybody a prophet. Even Zulqarnain, Alexander the Great, he became a prophet.
I mean, Jesus was also mentioned as a prophet and a
No,
messenger,
there is nowhere
and
the Quran
I,
mentioned Jesus. Can you show me where in the Quran says Jesus? If you can show me
or
where Jesus is
Isa,
mentioned in the Quran, I will shave my beard.
or Isa,
Who is Isa?
which was born from Mary, right?
Who is Mary, the sister of Aaron?
No, it's not the sister of Aaron.
What? But Aaron and Moses,
The
they exist
the
thousands of years before Jesus.
no. I know this chapter, this verse, and
Uh-huh.
it's mentioned. Yeah, it's one at one time it was mentioned. Okay, this Mary from thousand. I don't know which time before
Uh-huh.
Jesus. This Mary and the other Mary, which has born Jesus.
Mm. And how the
We are
father of
talking about two
Moses,
different.
how the father of Moses became the father of Mary? Do you
The
have
father of
explanation?
Moses.
Yeah, how the father
Can
of
you tell
Moses became the father of Moses, Mary, because
which?
according to the Quran, Umran is the father of Mary, but Umran is the father of Moses and Aaron. This is what your Quran is saying. Chapter 3, verse number 35. The wife of Amran, she said, "Oh my Lord." And look here, the funny is that the wife of Amran, she is talking to Allah. Muhammad never spoke to Allah. I mean, your God, he speak to women, but you don't speak to Muhammad. Where is the guy Amran in the story? What he did? He was just the one who go to the bed? And how in the world Amran, the father of Aaron and Moses, they become the father of Maryam, the mother of Jesus? I will tell you why. Muhammad is a fake prophet. He misunderstood the Jews. They told him that the sister of Moses, her name is Maryam, and this is true. Maryam is mentioned in the Old Testament, a great woman. So the stupid Muhammad, he thought that the same woman, her name is Maryam, she must be the mother of Jesus. So according to your prophet now, Mary, she is descendant from Amran, and Jesus is the grandson of Mr. Amran. Not Amran Khan in Pakistan, this is different
Um,
Amran. Uh-huh.
no. I've read about this chapter once, and I also asked the same question. I had the impression, yeah, this was also the case. But then later, I think in the later verses, it becomes quite clear that we are talking about two Miriams. One, also I don't remember the names, but one we have Moses, and I think the other was Aaron, the brother, right? Both
Mm-hmm.
of them were prophets, if I
Mm-hmm.
remember
Mm-hmm.
correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think they also had a sister, which was Miriam,
Mm.
and their father was Amram, right?
Mm. And
And the other one, we are talking about Mariam, who was then giving birth to Isa.
mm. And where we will end now? Still, you know, you're avoiding the question. How
What
Maryam,
was the question?
how Maryam, the mother of Jesus, become the daughter of Amran, the father of Moses?
As I said, we are talking about two different Mariams, and not the
No,
Mariams, not the one Mariam.
according to your prophet, they are one person. And the proof of that, first he said the sister of Amran, a Jewish man, he come to him
Yes.
and he corrected him, but it was too late because already he mentioned in the Quran that Mary is the daughter of Amran. So he cannot fix it no more. This is Quran now. So when he said she is the sister of Aaron, a Jewish rabbi, he came to the house of Muhammad, and Muhammad was not there. He spoke to Aisha. He said, according to the hadith, there's hundreds of years before between Isa and Aaron. Maryam and Aaron, they cannot be brother and sisters. Aisha, she told the guy, you're a liar, which means this is really what Muhammad said. But when Muhammad heard the news, now he knew that he made a big poo-poo. So he tried to fix it, but it was too late, because if he tried to fix this, he said, they used to call them by their great ancestor prophets. But Aaron is not from the tribe of Mary, and he is not the greatest prophet. So now we have two places proving that Muhammad is a fraud. One saying Mary is the sister of Aaron, chapter 19, verse 28. And the other one saying that Mary is the daughter of Amran, chapter 3, verse number 140, sorry, 35.
35?
Yeah.
Chapter 3, 35.
All of this lead us to understand that Muhammad is an ignorant. He does not know what he's talking about. Now I will give you, I will be easy with you. Do you know even who is Muhammad?
The messenger.
Who is he? Look, here it says Mary, the daughter of Amran. Okay. Mary, the sister of Aaron. Wonderful. Isaac, the son of Abraham. Okay. Jacob. Okay. Who is Muhammad?
He was born to a family of pagans.
Who is Muhammad?
What do you mean by who?
Mary, the daughter, the sister of Aaron, the daughter of Amran.
His family tree.
Listen, based on the Quran, Jesus is the son of Mary. Mary is the daughter of Amran, the sister of Aaron. Look how many names explain to us who is Mary and Jesus. Who is Muhammad? Who is his father?
I don't know.
Who is his mother?
I don't know, but why should it be important?
Why it should be important who is Mary then? How come it's important who is Isaac? How come we have the name of everybody and we have details about everybody, but the most important person in the whole book, there's no information about him, where he's born. The Quran says that Muhammad, he sent, Allah, he sent Muhammad to the mother of the villages. What is that?
Mother of the villages. Seems to be some leader of the village.
Where is the mother of the villages? Which place?
Mecca?
How you know? How Mecca is going to be the mother of the villages if it's a small, tiny village?
Wasn't Muhammad born in Mecca?
Was Mecca the capital of Rome? Was Mecca the biggest city in the Arabian Peninsula?
No, but it was already a place where people went to worship their
where is Mecca?
idol.
Where is Mecca in the story? It says this is a book confirming what they have between their hands, which means the Christians, to warn the mother of the villages and what is around it. Where is that location?
Mother of villages and those around her, those careful with the worship. Is it we are talking about the person here?
We are talking
The
about
mother
what?
of the villages. The mother of the villages. Is it a person or are we talking about a place?
What do you think? That's a good question.
Place.
That's a good question. Why in the word he want to use the term mother if this is, you know,
I think it's a place. Also from logical,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the logic, it
You know,
should
this is
be
what
a
the Muslim
place.
they
Yeah.
say. This is what the Muslim they say. But no problem. But why it is the mother? Why not the father? Ah, because Makkah is a female. Do you agree with me?
Mm, yeah, could make sense. Yeah.
Okay, so why the town is a female?
I don't know because, for example, we also say that the state is the father.
This the what?
Why is the male the state?
The state? What state?
Yeah.
What state?
For example, I come from Germany,
Uh-huh.
and we also say father state, or yeah,
Hmm. So you are saying it's a language thing.
yeah. It could be a
No
language
problem.
thing. Yeah.
Still, where is Mecca now? Where is Mecca? Where is this mother of the... Let us assume that this is Mecca. Where is Mecca
Ge-
located?
ge-
Where is Mecca located?
geolog
Huh?
geological.
What geological? There is no proof of Mecca existence ever. There is no book in the world mentions such a city or a town. Nobody. We have tons of historians. Nobody mentioned them. In fact, the Quran, if you know,
Maybe Mecca was not called Mecca at the time.
maybe it was not Mecca. Okay. Look what the
No, it
Quran
was
says
not
here.
called Mecca.
Even the Quran, even the Quran is not sure about the name of the city. The first book, the first house built for Allah was in the city of Becca. It doesn't say city actually.
Mhm.
It says at Becca.
Becca, but it means Mecca, right? Now,
How that
nowadays it
how
means
it mean
Mecca.
how that it mean Mecca?
I mean this at this place there was the stone, right?
Hmm.
So I think
Have you
what
ever
we've
heard?
heard in the
I will make it easier for you. Have you ever
yes,
heard of a temple? It's called the Temple of Mecca.
no,
The Temple of Al Mecca is a very well-known temple in Yemen. You never heard of
Temple
it?
of Mecca. Isn't it the same as the Great Mosque of Mecca?
It is a temple for
The
the moon
home
god. It is a temple for the moon god.
the home to the Kaaba. Also, so where the Kaaba is.
No, it is in Yemen. You are talking about Mecca today, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
the
talking
Great
about the real
Mosque.
Mecca. The real Mecca never was in that location. The real Mecca is the temple of Al Mecca. Al mean that. Mecca is the exact name. The temple of Al Mecca is the temple which is located in Yemen, which is a temple for the moon god. You know, when I said long time ago, this is the temple of the moon god, at that time the scientist or supposedly the researcher, they were saying no, it is the moon god. Lately, they fixed their mistake and they agree they made a big mistake after they were able to read the writing, which is a very ancient writing. It turned to be, I was right. This is the temple of Al Mecca, which is the moon god temple. And this is where Mecca is. Mecca today is a counterfeit of the original Mecca.
Why did it become a fake place now? Why did the place change? What's the reason for
The
that?
place did not change. What they do, this is the most famous center place of worship. So people, they bring
Mhm.
stones from those places, and those stones will save you from going all the way to kiss them. So you can get the blessing. Why you want to go all the way to Yemen to kiss the black stone? We bring you the stones to you. You kiss it here, and you worship it here, and your sin is forgiven. So in order to go, it take you 2 months and the journey of, you know, the pirate and the thief and killing and maybe even they enslave you. Just come to here. We have the same stones. Do you know that in the Kaaba today, they have a corner. It's called the Yemeni corner.
No.
Let me show you.
So basically, your point was, okay, they changed the place to the current now Mecca because it's easier to
They did
reach,
not
or
change. They did not change the place. This is not this is not a place to change. No, they just build a new place of worship, copy the name
Mhm.
of the original Mecca, and they brought some
Okay.
stones. They brought some stones from that place, so people they will come and receive the blessing of the moon god Allah. So if we go right
Is there
now,
some, okay, can you show me some historical evidence that this
no
was done?
problem, no problem. Give me a second. I will try to show you some pictures too. You can go right now and search for the Yemeni corner in the Kaaba. Yemeni corner in the Kaaba.
Yemeni corner.
Right away, you will see that the reason it's called Yemeni corner is very simple, because simply they brought stones from that place. This is why even they look different. Those stones look different from the rest of the building of the Kaaba. So they brought a few
Okay.
stones. Yeah, they brought a few stones, and they claim that those are coming from the temple of Al-Makkah. So now,
Yes. Okay.
if you kiss them, it's the same as you went all the way to Yemen to do the ritual to worship the moon god there. So you do not need to go all the way to Yemen. You come here. This is why it's called Ar-Ruknul Yamani, which means the corner of Yemen. One corner have a black stone, and one corner have those stones. The black
The moon
stone,
god.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the moon
The
god.
moon.
You can go.
Yeah.
You can go right now and search for the Al Makkah temple. Al Makkah. Just
No,
take that.
I've
Take.
just heard it. Yeah, it says that the Yemeni corner is so named because it faces the direction of Yemen. It is located on the southwestern side,
That's false.
adjacent.
What direction? You can see that they open the hole in the wall so people can kiss it. If this is for direction only, they will not open the skirt of the Kaaba.
No, no. Let me continue. It is located on the western side of Kaaba, adjacent to the Black Stone corner. So basically, doesn't it show to Yemen also the direction to Yemen? So it also says, okay, it comes from Yemen.
Okay. So those stones are coming from Yemen, and now
Yeah.
we do not need to go and worship in the true Mecca, which is in Yemen. So the true Mecca is not the one is in Saudi Arabia, and you will notice that both of them they have exactly the same name. They have exactly the same name, Al-Makkah.
This moon god. You talked about these three daughters of Allah. Wasn't this the daughters of the moon god?
The three daughters, the sun god, the moon god, he married from the sun god, not the sun.
Mm-hmm.
See, there is people they confuse between when we say the moon god, they think we are talking about the moon. No, no. The moon god is not the moon. The moon god is the god who is in control of the moon. The sun god is not the
Yes.
sun. The sun god is the god, the goddess is a female who is in control of the sun.
Yes.
And
So
because
the three
and the
daughters
Arab and the
belong to
Arab
whom?
and the Arab, because they consider female as a bad thing, so they decide, and even people before them in the Middle East, that the sun god is the harmful one because she is the female. This is why she is the one who killed their crops. She is the one who make their water disappear. She is the evil one, you know. The male god is Allah. He is the moon god. He is the god when, you know, he make our night nice. We sit outside in the heat. We will not be burned in this crazy sun. So the sun god is a nice god. The moon god is a nice god. The sun god is the evil one, and that is the female. So the moon god married from the sun god, which is a
Mm-hmm.
female, and they have three daughters, which is Allat and Al-Uzza and Manat. 3 daughters.
Yes. Okay, and for example, in chapter 53, verse 19 and so on, it says, it mentions those names, right? And then it also says in verse 23, these are nothing but names which you have devised, you and your ancestors, for which Allah sent down no authority. They follow nothing but assumptions and what the ego desires, even though guidance has come to them from the Lord. So basically, what it is saying that, okay, these don't belong to the Allah that to the God that is mentioned in the Quran.
I will tell you why Muhammad, or so-called Muhammad, he don't want the 3 daughters of Allah to belong to Allah. Because
Because they are females.
Because they are females, exactly. So all the idea the Quran reject, are you going to worship the females? So the female is not the same as the male, even that in chapter 3, verse number 36. And then you will find that Allah, he said, clearly, the one they are worshipping is nothing but females. So what Islam is coming to make, like now we start worshipping Allah and Akbar, but Allah is the male and Allah is the one who deserves to be worshipped only. Allah and Akbar is the God, but Allah is the domain, the one who dominates the goddess. So they worship nothing but female deity. Allah is not a female deity. So Muhammad rejection was not because those are not God, because they are females. That's all.
Yeah.
And then,
but, okay,
and then you need to ask yourself, the verse you mentioned to me, that it says this is their assumption, correct?
Chapter 53.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but shouldn't Allah he say that this is totally false? What assumption? Either it's false or not.
I mean, he's basically saying it is false. So we can read from there.
He did not say they are false. He did not say they are false.
He did not say it's not directly, but we can see from the text. Okay, we acknowledge there is an existence like Allah or this moon god or sun god who has 3 daughters, right? Because they are directly mentioned there, explicitly mentioned.
No problem. You see, no problem. But you will notice,
chapter 53.
You will notice that there is a story where Muhammad he sent Khalid ibn Walid. Have you ever heard of something called the what they call it in English? I'm trying to remember the word in English. Where Khalid ibn Walid he went and he killed Al-Uzza. You know the story? You know the story?
No. Which hadith? No.
Just to show you how Islam is nothing but collection of fiction and stupidity.
Is it Sahih?
Yeah, this is Sahih for sure. Search for Khalid ibn al-Walid expedition to kill Al-Uzza.
Can you just share it on the screen?
Let me find it, hold on. Because I need to find it in English, for what we will have is going to be in Arabic. But let us see. All right, here we go. This is translated by Muslims, so we will use it. You will notice that Muhammad, he is so foolish to the point he confirmed that Al-Uzza is a real person, is not a fake daughter of Allah. So he claimed that he sent Khalid to kill it. Al-Uzza is not an idol, it is a real person. When the Messenger of Allah, you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
When the Messenger of Allah conquered Mecca, he sent Khalid ibn Walid to the area of An-Nakhla, where the idol of Al-Uzza was eradicated on 3 trees of a forest. And this is just a few palm trees, not really forest. Khalid cut the 3 trees and approached the house built around it and destroyed it. When he went back, the Prophet informed the story to Muhammad. The Prophet said to him, go back and finish your mission. What was the mission? The mission was to kill Al-Uzza. So he said to him, go back and finish your mission, which means you did not do it yet. She is still there. Khalid went back, and when he got close by, who were also his servant, the servant of Al-Uzza, Al-Uzza saw him. Do you see it? Al-Uzza saw him, they started invoking by calling Al-Uzza. When Khalid approached it, he found a naked woman whose hair was untidy, and who was throwing sand on her head. Khalid killed her with his sword, and he went back to the Messenger of Allah, who he said to him, that was Al-Uzza. Do you see it?
Yes.
So is Al-Uzza, according to Muhammad, is an idol or a real person?
I mean, according to this story, it is, yeah, a person.
So how Al-Uzza is a pagan god, but yet it is a real woman?
I mean, even in the when I opened Wikipedia and so on, it was a goddess which was worshipped in the pre-Islamic time, right? So it's
No,
also,
I'm not talking about this now.
I'm a little bit confused.
No, focus with me. We're trying to find out if Allah, the God of the Arab, the moon god, truly he have 3 daughters, or they are fiction names. Like the name of Allah is a fiction name. According to Muhammad, he did not say this is the one who claimed to be Al-Uzza. He said that was Al-Uzza. Correct? So based on this, Allah truly he have 3 daughters, and Muhammad he claimed he just killed one of them.
By the way, how did Muhammad know that she was not dead?
Ask no questions. Ask no questions. Muhammad knows best. He is Allah. He is Allah himself. I mean, Muhammad, he knew anything. He can tell you even what the size of her bra, what the size of her panty. This is Muhammad.
No, but isn't this fact also kind of surprising? I mean, he was not there at this place, but he knew,
you see, I debate Muslims about what they believe, not about if the story makes sense or not. As you know, nothing makes sense in Islam anyway. In fact, I believe that Muhammad himself never exists. Who is Muhammad? We don't know. There's nothing about him. Even when the Arab they invade Jerusalem, in the books there, it doesn't say a prophet, his name is Muhammad. It doesn't mention anything. It mentioned that savage Arab, they came. No religion, no prophet, nothing. But going back to our story, Al-Uzza, it have roots. It exists not only in the Arabian Peninsula, it's spread all over, and the name Allah is coming all the way from Persia, from Syria, from Turkey now. All these areas, they worship a god. He is the moon god. You know, what was dominating the earth is 2 gods. The ones who live in the cold area, usually, they worship the sun. Those who live in the desert where the sun is scary, they hate the sun. They worship the moon. And in order to avoid the anger of either one, they start worshiping the moon god who married the sun god who have 3 daughters. And the 3 daughters now, they are mix of the element of the earth. The water, the air, and the dirt. The 3 daughters of Allah is the one who combine the kindness of Allah as a moon god at night don't burn us, and the strength of the sun, which still we need. So this is why the three daughters, they become the intercession of the believers. And this is why, and I'm sure you heard of Muhammad receiving satanic verses, correct? Do you know it?
I heard about it once, but
What the satanic verses? Muhammad, he claimed that Shaitan, he gave him verses that the three daughters of Allah, their intercession is a must to ask for.
can you show me? Where is this mentioned?
Yeah, we can, if we go right now here, if we go to the story of Al-Gharaniq.
Is it a hadith or is it mentioned Quran?
No. This is, if you go to the chapter of An-Najm, give me a second. If you go to An-Najm, you will see the following.
Najm. Chapter?
Yeah.
Which chapter?
53, verse number 1. Your prophet was reciting the chapter of An-Najm. وَالنَّجْمُ إِذَا هَوَى. Let us see if we can find... give me a second. All right. So if we go and read the following, let us go to this verse here first. Then we will go to the interpretation. But this is supposedly Muhammad was reciting An-Najm. But the verse about it is mentioned in different place in chapter 22, verse number 52. Never we send, never we send any messenger, prophet before you, but when he recite revelation, Shaitan, he cast some falsehood in it. So the Quran confirm that Shaitan, he gave Muhammad satanic verses. So let's go first to chapter 22, verse number 52.
Wait a minute. I want to... Let me read it again.
Oh, I will go back, no problem. And that would lead us, what was really the religion of Muhammad? And Muhammad was one of the worshippers of the three daughters of Allah. So if we go and read here, this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. All right. So one day, the Prophet, who sat with the congregation of Quraysh, which attract a huge number of its members, and he wished that Allah, so listen to this, Muhammad, he prayed to Allah that Allah will give him something today to recite, and that recitation will make the people of Quraysh agree with him. So do you understand what he wished for? He wished that Allah, the Exalted, does not reveal to him on that day anything that might repeal them. So what he want him? He want Allah to recite to him, to give him something would make the Arab pagan like what he is saying. This is what Muhammad prayed to Allah for. And then Allah, he revealed to him the surah of An-Najm. By the star, the chapter I showed you, chapter 53. The messenger of Allah, Allah pray on him, not pleased with him, recited until when he reached to the point where he says, have you thought upon Allat and Al-Uzza and Manat the third, the other, the devil put in his tongue what he had secretly wished. Secretly wished. Did you see what it says? Secretly wished and hoped hoped for, and said, these are the mighty grants, the gharaniq, and their intercession is hoped for. Therefore, when Quraysh they heard this, they were very pleased, because this is what they want. The Quraysh, they worship Allah too. The Quraysh, they go tawaf, they kiss the black stone. Everything, 99% between Muhammad and Quraysh is approved except the daughters of Allah. And today, Muhammad, he praised the daughter of Allah, and not only he praised them, he worshipped them. He said their intercession is hoped for. So when they heard this, all the tribe of Quraysh, they were so pleased, and they recite with him, and they bow, and he bowed down with them. Now we know.
This is it a tafsir by an imam?
This is the book of Asbab al-Nuzul by Imam al-Wahidi. But this is but you can find this, my friend, you can find this in Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Al-Jalalain, Ibn Kathir, everywhere. The same story.
But he is a Muslim himself, I guess, right?
Yeah. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan, my friend.
Yeah.
This is the Kingdom of Jordan. This is the website. Let me give it to you. This is the Kingdom of Jordan. This is not a joke. We can switch to any interpretation you want. We can go to Ibn Kathir. We can go to Al-Qurtubi. We can go to Al-Tabari.
I believe you, but it just makes no sense that an imam himself would. I mean, this is when it's true, or if we are just take it explicitly like this, it's talking bad about the messenger, right?
Exactly. But you see here,
so it makes no sense that a Muslim or an imam himself would talk bad about the messenger. Then he wouldn't be an imam.
He's not talking bad. All the Muslims agree. Now the Muslims, in order to solve this problem, they deny it. But as you see, their imams, they approve it. And then later in Islam, in the history of Islam, the Muslims, they start trying to find solution and say, we don't believe, because this will be contradiction. The Prophet was protected by Allah. But the Quran says it clearly, Allah will take off what shaitan he throw. So already shaitan he throw. And these details, as you see, is written by the Muslims, not by the Jews. This is, as example here, Tafsir al-Jalalain. You know?
I mean, this makes even it more not making sense.
But what I'm telling you now, we are trying to connect the dots together between the moon god, Allah, the temple of Al-Makkah, which we showed you it is located in Yemen, which is the temple of the moon god, the Yemeni corner, the black stone, the three daughters of Allah, and now let us show you the sun god. In the Quran, it mentioned clearly that Abraham, he worshipped the sun.
Where is it mentioned in the Quran?
When Abraham worshipped the sun, what he called the sun? He called it Akbar. فلما رأى الشمس بادغة قال هذا ربي هذا أكبر. Do you see it?
But it doesn't mean that he's worshipping the sun.
No, he said, this is my God. He said, this is my God, this is Akbar.
No, yes, he says this, but okay, we can see here, or can read here, okay, he saw the sun rising up, and then he begins to pray. But it doesn't mean that he prays to the sun.
No. He said, this is my God.
Where does he say this is my God?
It's in front of you. When he saw the sun rising, he said, this is my God. This is Akbar. And the name of his God, Akbar.
Yeah, I mean, kind of far-stretched interpretation. I don't know.
What interpretation?
that, okay, it says this is my Lord. Yeah. So basically, he could also mean this is my Lord's doing. Yeah.
What
Rising,
is no?
the
He
sun goes
worship,
up.
my friend. Why you are not listening? Abraham, he saw the moon. He said, "This is my God." He worshipped the moon. He saw a
Yes.
planet before it. He saw it. He said, "This is my God." So he started worshiping a star first. Then he switched to worship the moon. And then he switched to worship Akbar.
Also, what I can read here, read the full passage of the.
My friend,
Read the full passage
do
and
you
makes
want
it.
me?
Then it.
Yeah, I don't know. You see, you wanna? I don't know.
No,
It's
I
obvious.
know this
Anyone?
passage.
Okay, what is your language? What is your language? You said German. Should I switch to German language?
You can switch to German. I've read this passage,
Okay.
and it's all
In
about. It's
German,
all
it
saying.
doesn't say that Abraham he worshipped the moon and we worship the sun.
Yeah, just read the whole passage and also what's after. Then it's
Did he
clear
worship?
that he means
Okay,
all this creation.
what do you understand? Did Abraham worship the moon?
No,
No. Okay.
he worshipped it as a creation of God.
No. How you can worship it as a God, a creation of God? No, he called it, this is my God. He said,
And
Hada
read.
Rabbi, Hada Rabbi. This is my God.
Yes, I know. I can read it. I can read. I can read.
Okay, listen.
But
What interpretation you like me to show you?
no, don't just read the passage after that.
Listen, I am telling you, this is what it's mean. If the interpretation agree with you, then you are right.
Also basically he was looking for God.
No, he worshipped the sun. He worshipped the moon. And he
How
called
do
the
you
sun.
interpret?
Oh boy, listen! I thought you are a decent person and you want to play games, but look what's
No,
happening
I don't
now.
play games. Why
Okay,
you are assuming that I play games? Why do you
what
assuming that I
about
play
we go
games?
and see the interpretation for the verse made by the scholars?
Okay,
Okay,
let's read the interpretation.
677. Let us see. This is 6, and this is 77. Read it.
Okay, and when he saw the moon uprising, he exclaimed, "This is my Lord." Could this be my Lord? This is bigger than the first one. When it said, he said, "Unless my Lord guide me, unless my Lord makes me firm on guidance, I surely shall become one of the folk who are astray from guidance."
Okay, so now they are adding things that are not there. So this is my Lord, this is my God. What is the God? The moon. Then he switched to the verse after it. Or we can go to the verse before it if you want, where he saw the planet and he said, this is my God. Read it. And now it named it for you which planet too. It says Venus. When the night grew dark upon him in the hall, he beheld a star, the planet Venus. He said, this is my God. And then they add here, could this be my God? But when it's set, he don't like because it's set. This whole story is stupid. But as you see, he is worshipping Venus.
So basically, for me, it means that he is looking for God.
He is worshipping already Venus. He did. And
He's asking,
no.
This
This is addition. This is not in the Quran. Could he be my God? No, this is not in the Quran. He already said, no, he already said, this is my Lord. He didn't say, could this be my God? He said, this is my God. Let me change for you to translate the interpretation. He worship for real. So when the night descend, when it dark become upon him, he saw a star, said to be Venus, and said to his people who were astrologers, this is my God, as you are wont to claim. But when it set, When this appear, he says, I love not those who say. The story is so silly. It looked like Abraham, he never saw that the sun set and rise and the planet, they go up and down, and now suddenly he don't like the one who disappear. So the story is very childish, but what I'm showing you here, that Abraham, according to the Quran, he worshipped three objects. One was Venus, one was the moon, and one was the sun, and the sun is the one called Akbar. Akbar. We go to Akbar. When he saw the sun rising, he said, this is my Lord, this is Akbar, not a greater. Then the star and the moon, the masculine demonstrative pronoun, etc. They are explaining Arabic now. And then he says, because predict Rabbi, my Lord. This is explaining about the language. It's not important. And then he says, O my people, surely I am an innocent from what you associate with God in the way of idols. But here you see already he worshipped the three, and now he decided not to worship the three. But the Quran doesn't tell us how Allah became the God of Abraham. Okay, he worshipped the moon, he worshipped the sun, he worshipped Venus. How Abraham he found Allah? What is the story of Abraham with Allah? And if he don't worship those who disappear, how he will worship the one who he never saw? If the reason not to worship them, because they disappear. As the verse saying, how he worshiped the one who never appeared for him. Based on what the verse saying, Abraham will not accept to worship someone come and go. Allah never come, Allah never go. At least the sun and the moon and Venus, they are real. There is no proof of the existence of Allah. But the point I'm showing you here, Abraham, he called his God Akbar. You see, in Arabic, Akbar can be used as a word mean older, bigger in size, greater, not a great, greater, a greater. But you have to put it in a certain sentence of continuous, which mean I cannot say Allahu Akbar. Why? Because if I want to say that sentence, I have to add something after it, because Akbar is the same as in English. You say it's bigger. So if I say this person Akbar, I have to add another name of other person after him, because I'm comparing. So Akbar is about comparing, is not just you cannot end the sentence with it. As an example, I will copy this word here in front of you. You see the screen, right?
Yes.
And I will go to the Quran, and I will type the word, I will post the word Akbar as it is, with no addition. Here, this is Kabira, this is a different word. Here we go. Akbaru indallah. Do you see it? Chapter 22, verse 217. Do you see it? Akbar mean you have to compare to something else. So here it says it is bigger for Allah, but compare about what? About sin.
About the moon.
No, this is about sin now. Here it's about sin. So you are comparing about something, two kind of sin. Which one is the one who is big? As an example, chapter 2, verse number 219. It says here, and it is sin is bigger than it is benefit. So chapter 2, verse number 219, speaking about alcohol. So, but the sin of them is, you see here, it says greater. You see, you have to add than after it. Do you see it?
Yes, yes.
All right. So Akbar cannot be what the Muslim today they are using as a word meaning greater. Akbar is a name for the God. Because if Akbar means greater, then you have to continue. Greater than who?
So okay, I want one question. For example, in English, you normally say when you do this when you use word like bigger, smaller, and so on. Normally, additional word like then follows, right?
Yeah.
For example, I am bigger than you, or I am smaller than you, right? This is the normal case. But sometimes when I said, okay, you are Christian Prince, and I am smaller. So this also makes sense, but
My friend,
it's a,
but
technically
still,
it's not complete.
but still, you are comparing between two human. So now people they knew that there is you and there is me, and one is a smaller, one is bigger. That is fine. So where is the second person to compare? When
So
you say
yeah, for
Allah
example,
Akbar,
in this,
when you say Allah Akbar, if you are saying if Allah is God, and then you say Akbar, and you are saying that the word Akbar means greater, then you have to compare him to who? If you say greater without saying to anyone, first of all, this is blasphemy against God. Why? The Muslim they
yeah, I
say,
see your point.
the Muslim they
I see
say
your
you
point.
cannot compare Allah to anything, correct?
Yes.
All right,
No, yeah, I see your
but
point.
then Akbar is a compare. If we cannot compare Allah to anything by using the word Akbar by itself is an insult. Allah Akbar from the ant, Allah Akbar from the
Okay.
rat, Allah Akbar. And I mean, this is stupid. So Allah is Akbar from who? You see, is not a great, it is greater, bigger. This is all, either it's about size, either it's about value, it doesn't matter. Still, you are comparing the one who is supposedly God to his own creation. And if we can compare the ability of God to the ability of his creation by saying just Akbar, that means he is not really great. He is just greater. That means the other are great too.
Okay, also can I say something?
All right.
Okay, when you can you switch back to chapter 6 to this verse 77 when it begins.
Okay.
So
The
basically, I'm reading the German translation, and
all
in
right.
German we have three articles. That means, for example, in English you only have the, and in German we have three articles, der, die, das. Yeah, that is referring to a noun. So for the German, it is very clear that that first of all in 77 he's talking about the moon. In 78 he's talking about the sun, and he will say, okay, this is my Lord, and this one, the sun, is bigger.
Okay. Wonderful. So the sun is bigger
So
than the sun is bigger from
than the
who?
moon.
Thank you.
From the no, the sun is bigger than the moon,
Wonderful.
right?
See, but now look what you did. Allah Akbar. Allah is bigger from who?
The sun, or what do you?
Well, so Allah is bigger than the sun? What does that mean?
No, also this is greater. This is greater refers to the moon.
How Allah is
Greater
greater
than the
than,
moon.
I mean, my friend, listen,
No,
God
the sun is
can
greater than the moon, bigger than the
in
moon.
order to compare Allah to the moon, he have to be a planet like the moon. In order to
No, he's
compare
not.
Allah, I cannot compare. Can I say Allah is greater than the earth?
Okay, what he's saying is that this is my Lord, right? We
Yeah,
agree.
he was
This is great. This is greater. So when he
correct.
looked at the sun, he says, this is greater than the moon. So the sun is greater
Wonderful,
than the moon.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm going with you. So when we say Allah is Akbar, Allah is greater than who?
than the moon, according to those two passages. But when you read 79,
No, no,
yeah,
and
if
focus,
you
focus with me.
scroll,
Focus. As long we agree, as long we agree that the word Akbar is about either size or value, but it's about compare. Do we agree?
okay, I agree.
Okay,
From that
so
two
we cannot
passages, I agree.
stop. We cannot say Allah Akbar. We have to compare. Where is the rest of the sentence? If I want to say Allah is Akbar, I have to say Akbar from the moon, Akbar from the star, Akbar from the sky. I have to mention, I'm comparing to the statement of the Quran is very cut. So Allah Akbar, Akbar from who? You should say something. The only way, the only reason for it, it doesn't have anything behind it because this is a name. It is not a word to compare. Otherwise, if it's a compare, we have to add something behind it. So I say this apple bigger than this apple. I cannot say this apple bigger without saying bigger than what?
Why do you think Muslims say Allah Akbar?
It's not. They are not saying Allahu Akbar. They say Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Who in Arabic mean wa. Allah and Akbar. When the new Quran is written, the wow, there is a guy who he came with those. Do you see those things in the Arabic here? Those vowels in the top and dots. You know, those they will not exist. They never been exist. So now we have something called Dhamma. So he make Allahu, and he took the wow and he make a Dhamma. But in reality, there's a letter, it's called Wa, which means and. So Allah and Akbar. So Tawheed in Islam is unifying the God of the moon God, Allah, which is not Allah, by the way, it is La, and Akbar. So if you go in the first chapter in the Quran, or let us say, you know, when Muhammad is start mentioning first time the word Rahman as an example. You will see that the word Rahman here, you see the way I'm writing the word Rahman? The Muslim, they write it differently now. They try to, you know, to manipulate the sentence. If I type the word Bism, just to show you how the Quran is a changed big deal in Arabic. Do you see how the word Bism here?
Yeah.
Do you see how the word Rahman here?
Yeah.
Do you see here, if you zoom with me, let me see, make a click in it. If I can zoom more. Do you see here there's a little tiny column in the middle of in the top? Do you see it? That is Alif. They changed the way they write the word. They fabricate a new Quran. Do you see the word Bism here? In Arabic, there is no such a word. It is Bi'ism. Bi'ism. So if I go now, type the same word again, but in the correct way, I will find this. Do you see, even it's not coming? Let us see, hold on. Look at this. Look at this. This is the correct way to say Bi'ism. There's no Bism. Never exists in Arabic. So they deleted a letter from the Quran word Bism just for the sake of singing the Quran. So when they sing the Quran, Bismillah, so it doesn't sound right. So what they do? They corrupt their book and they took the word Bi'ism and they make it Bism. Even Muslim scholars agree that this is what happened. The Alif, the letter A, is totally deleted. Same way they did with the Rahman. The Rahman, Ar-Rahman, they took the Alif, they make it small, they write it down. So now what the Muslim they do, when they do mathematical miracle, they don't calculate those numbers. I don't know if you heard the miracle of number 19. So they don't calculate the correct numbers of those letters. As an example, there's each one, you see those, do you see this here in the top of Allah? There is like a little knife, sharp knife, small one. Can you see it?
Yeah.
That is shadda, which means there's two letters here. Each time you see it in the screen, that means there's two letters, not one. That will make them 24, 25 letters instead of 19. So the Muslim, they fabricate everything, they change everything. But what I want from you today to know with me, the word Allah is not the name of the God of Islam. Allah is two words. A-L in Arabic mean that. The. A-L, the. But in the old Aramaic language, A-L is a word mean God, even in Hebrew. Even in Hebrew. So Israel used to be called Israel, not Israel. Mikael used to be called Mikael, not Mikael. All the names. El was Al. El is the new Hebrew. Al is the old Hebrew. El is the old Aramaic. So, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allah here appear, as you see, as Muslim they know it always. But this is not the name. It is two words, A-L, which mean God, and Lah. Look what happened in the second verse. Alhamdulillah. Li, Lah. You cannot delete letters from the name if it is a name. I cannot delete the letter M from the name of Muhammad. I cannot delete. I cannot delete only letters if they are addition to the word. So Alhamdulillah, that is the name of the Muslim God. Lah.
Okay, also can I say something?
So hold on, let me finish my. So now let us. So now when the Muslim they say Allahu Akbar, they are saying Al, which means God, La, and Akbar. God, La, Akbar, and the letter between them is Wa. Allahu Akbar. Al is a word meaning God. La is the name of the first God. Akbar is the name of the wife of Allah, which is the son God. Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, I want to add something to the previous topic with in chapter 6 that I just read 79, and there he says that okay, Allah, I have can you go there again, and then we will talk about this.
Okay, tell me what do you want to do? Okay.
79, chapter 6, 79.
Okay.
So basically after the verse is the sun.
Okay.
I will go to the English translation so that everyone. I mean, English translation I'm not a fan of because there are many mistranslations sometimes.
My friend,
because English.
All translation made by Muslims is a fabrication. So I want to advise you, if you want to know how stupid the Quran is, you better study Arabic, because all translators, they do one thing. If they want their Quran to be approved, they have to be presenting a hypocrite. The Muslim will not buy it. It's going to stay in the shelf, and nobody will list the translation in their website. Translation is the biggest lie in the history of Islam. They always lie. There's not a single Islamic translation.
You're also arguing with the translation often.
Because I'm not a Muslim. If I'm a Muslim, I will lie. Because what the Muslim translation is to make Islam look better. And they compete in that. So if this translation is better, the one who is debating me, he will say, no, I accept this translation. Better in which way? Better to present his case to make Islam look better. So I say to you, listen, there's a website, it's called Quran.com.
Yeah.
In that website, when you move the mouse in the top of each word by itself, it gives you what the word by itself meaning.
Okay, I will do this.
That will give you a translation, but not full sentence. The second you go to the full sentence, the translation is messed up. I will give you an example. You know, like the Muslim, they say, I lie when I say that the Quran said you have to worship Allah and the Messiah.
I mean, if you know that the translation is a lie, then you shouldn't use it.
I'm not using it. I'm not. But I have
to
no
make your
choice.
point sometimes.
No, I'm just using it to you. But for me, I don't accept it. I never accept any Muslim translation. I always
Okay,
point. I always point
can we end?
when I'm reading. I always point when I'm reading that this is a false translation.
Can we end chapter 6 first, this topic first?
All right, go ahead.
Let's just end this verse with the last verse.
Okay.
Yeah, in 79 it says, "Okay, I have turned my face towards Him who created the heavens and the earth as one of nature's, and I'm not one of the idolaters."
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So he's saying here basically, okay, he turned his face to the moon, to the sun, and so on. So basically he's saying, okay, I have turned to the one who created the heavens and the earth. Yeah. Which implies also the moon and the sun, and as of nature upright. And I'm not one of the idolaters. So he's saying that he's not worshipping the moon or the sun.
All the Muslim scholars. Listen, I mean, I don't want to repeat myself. The Quran is so clear, even in their translation. Here he's saying he don't want to worship them no more, because already he said they are my God. He didn't say, is that possible? This is my God. No, he confirmed that this is my God. Why you are being slow? He said, this is my God. He didn't say maybe. If he is saying maybe, that means he is questioning. He did not say maybe. He said, this is my God. But when this God disappeared, he said, I don't like the one who disappeared. And then he come to the conclusion, after worshiping 3 gods, that he will worship the one which is unknown, which is more stupid. Because if the reason for him not to worship the first 3 anymore, because they go astray, well, this God who is worshiping, he never saw him. He never spoke to him. He never appeared to him. How he now recognize who is this God? I worship the one who created the earth and the heaven. Which one is who is this one? Who is this one who created the earth and the heaven? Unknown God.
Will you question me?
Yeah, this is unknown God. Who is this one who created the earth and heaven?
Yeah, Allah.
Where is Allah? How he knew about Allah? Where is the story? How Abraham was able to receive a word of a person, his name is Allah. Shouldn't the story tell us how he recognized Allah? How he find out there's a God, his name is Allah? That's it. He walk in the street and then he says, I'm going to worship. That means Allah exists. That means people around him, they are already worshiping Allah. Otherwise, how he knew this God? If this God never came to him, if this God never appeared to him, if this God never say hello to him, how Abraham he knew this God?
But in 80 it says Allah when he hath guided me.
So how? But how? Where is Allah? How he learned about Allah? It doesn't say to us the guy he jumped from worshiping moons and stars to Allah. Now we will go and find out how this has happened. Allah is already the God in that Arabia, in that area. He is the God. Those people, they are worshiping other idols as intercessors. So Abraham now is not worshiping a new God. This is the same God they worship. The only difference between them, this God, he should be worshipped alone. They want to have intercession. And that is again take us back to Allat and Al-Uzza. All of them, they are pagan. Allah is a pagan God. Abraham was worshiping the pagan God, and he said, in fact, in the same verse there, it says, and I am pagan. The Muslim did not know what the word Hanif mean. Look how stupid they are. They said here that Abraham, he says, Hanif, I am Hanif. But Hanif mean I am pagan. So the Muslim today, They say that
Yes.
Muhammad is a prophet of Allah. He was Hanif like Abraham. But Hanif mean kafir. Hanif mean pagan. Hanif mean idol worshipper. Hanif is not a good word. This is an Aramaic
Okay.
word. This is an Aramaic word, have nothing to do with Arabic. So when Muhammad he said such a statement, he just said that he is Hanif like Abraham, which means he's an idol worshipper.
Hanif. Why is it translated, I am not one of the idolaters?
This is not what it says. They think Hanif is the opposite. In fact, Hanif is a word mean kafir. Hanif mean infidel, pagan. Muhammad did not know what the word mean. He just heard the word. Yeah. You know what the word Hanif is, that when you are rejecting let us say the true God, that will make you Hanif. Not when you are a good person, when you are a pagan person, when you are a kafir. Muhammad
Can you
is,
prove me this meaning?
you can go right now and check the Aramaic dictionary and you can see, search what the word Hanif mean. This is an Aramaic word, this is not a secret. You can go to Sam Shamoun, he speak Aramaic. Ask him what Hanif mean. This is a language, this is not
But from Arabic,
this is not Arabic. This is not Arabic to
When
get the meaning in Arabic. You see, the Arab did not know what the word mean. Most of the Quran, there's nothing in Arabic in it. Allah is not Arabic word. Allah, ask the Muslim what the word Arabic mean.
For example, if I put it into Google Translate, this word, it says polytheism.
Mean what?
Polytheism. That means more than one God.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much. But he is saying
Yeah.
here, I am Hanif. I am polytheist.
Isn't he okay? I only know the translation. Isn't he saying I'm not one? I'm not one. Where is this? I'm not one.
I am not one. That
Is it
means
not
I'm not
there?
monotheist. I am not monotheist. When he say I am a
No.
Hanif, he just said I am not a monotheist. So how the Muslim they think that Hanif mean monotheist when it is mean he is not monotheist. He is a person who worship multi gods.
So if I put this word that you have marked, yeah, into the Google Translate, it says polytheism.
Yeah, you know, for me, I don't approve everything in Google, but they are giving you a very close meaning. So this is what Abraham mean, or he said here. But this is destroy the Quran because he is saying, I am not a monotheist. So how now Abraham, he found Allah and he is not a monotheist. He's a polytheist. See? Everything in this religion is a collection of stupidity. Hanif is a person who worship idols. Is not a person who worship the true God. So when the Quran says Abraham, he says, I am a Hanif, he just said, I am an idol worshipper.
Okay, I just looked up the Aramaic interpretation, and it says Hanifia means inclination in the language, and terminologically in Aramaic, or inclination towards the truth in Arabic. The triple root is mentioned in the Quran in 12 verses. We note that in most of them he has a connection with the prophet Abraham, whom the Quran described as upright. It was stigmatized by the Arabs, who abandoned the worship of idols and abandoned the religion of those around them.
This is what they are giving you according to the Muslim, what they say, but this is not what it is. This is what the Muslim believe. But this is not the true meaning. Hanif, today the Muslim believe Hanif mean the opposite according to them. But this is not an Arabic word. And you cannot change the meaning, but they cannot fix it except by saying that. Otherwise, they will admit that Muhammad is a liar and he is making up a big mistake. The same as the Quran says that Abraham, he said to his father Azar. Azar is an Aramaic word. Muslims do not know what they mean. So they think that the word Azar is a name. But the word Azar means stupid. So the ignorant Muhammad, he did not know what the word mean. He thought that this is the name of the father of Abraham. But Abraham, he said to his father, stupid, do you worship idols? So the stupid Muhammad, who do not know Arabic, the same as the word Hanif, he thought it meant the opposite. He said now, Azar is the father of Abraham. But no, Muhammad is copying, or whoever wrote the Quran, he is copying from the Aramaic book that Abraham, he said to his father, and because the guy who is copying, he don't obviously speak good Aramaic, he said to him Azar. So the stupid, he did not know what this word means. He thought that he said to his father Azar, which means this is the name of the father. But the fact Abraham saying to his father, stupid, do you take idols as gods?
Mhm. Okay, so what you can see here that okay, that you say that the words that were used here, that they have a different meaning, right? Originally.
The Arab, they have nothing to do with the Quran. The Arabic Quran today is total fabrication. Even the word Ibrahim. If you ask the Muslim what
Yeah,
Ibrahim
but
mean, they do not know. Ask any
okay,
Muslim.
I don't
All right,
I
all right.
don't know about this.
My
I'm
friend,
just talking
the,
about
the point I'm trying to say to you, if you take the
okay, what is
Quran
your
from the Muslims, the Muslims are the last one can explain the Quran for you. Because they are under the influence of he said, she said. Not under academic study. You know, Yasser Qadi, when he says, if you go and make a deep dive, the story is different.
okay, let it aside. Let this aside. I just want to talk about because you also said words about the words itself that they have a different meaning. But we can see that in during throughout the history that words, even in every language, their meaning have changed over time.
Okay.
For example, the word awful. I know this in originally it means nice, yeah, something very awesome. But over the course of time, awful means now something bad.
My friend, no problem. But you
I don't
see,
know
but
if
we
the
have,
same
oh, listen,
concept
listen, listen.
applies. Yeah.
Abraham, this is supposedly is a quotation of what Abraham said. So this is not a new language. This is
Okay,
what
I see your point.
Abraham said. So if I say to you, Abraham said this, I'm not using a new language. I'm using what Abraham said. So Abraham said. So we are going back to the time of Abraham. Today,
Okay, I see your point. I see your
today the
point.
word Hanif did not change. This is because the Arab, they stole the word from the Quran and they do not know what it's mean. So they come with answers which is not an answer, because if you try to read any interpretation, every one of them, he give you this is mean, maybe mean this, maybe mean that. They don't know. Muslims do not know. They are just guessing. All the Islamic interpretation for the Quran is based on guessing. Nobody knows. If, like, I will give you an example.
No, I know what you mean. I know what I'm just thinking about. Okay, if you know that the meaning of the word has changed over time, and if you use the original word, which has now a different meaning, then you would,
You are saying now, what now?
also at the time of when the Quran was written,
No,
then you
it
will
cannot.
surely know that
No,
it
it
will be
cannot be. It cannot
misinterpreted.
be, because Hanif is not an Arabic word, and Muslims agree, and that is a
Mhm.
statement Abraham said in his time. So this is the language, the Aramaic language, the old Aramaic, which is that exists until now. So we cannot say it was not exist. We do not know what it was. We know what it is. We have the language. And there's until now people they can read it. Until now,
Okay,
now there is two Aramaic. There's the ancient Aramaic, and there's new Aramaic. And there is people who speak the ancient, and there is people who speak the new one. So we have them both. It's not like a language like maybe like the old Egyptian. We have only some very few people they can put the word together. Take them a lot of work to do it. No, this is a living language. It's not dead. In fact, Aramaic is the most living language between all languages. Like now, you pray in English, you say Amin. This is Aramaic word. The word Africa is Aramaic word. The word Europe is Aramaic word. Tons of names of countries in Europe, cities are Aramaic words. Aramaic is the most living language. When the Christian they pray, they are using Aramaic. Ilah, so Aramaic is a very powerful language, and the Quran is just a counterfeit of something else. Obviously, it was written in Aramaic, and this is why the Quran is messed up, and the Muslim can't understand anything in it. So they start guessing what does this mean. Maybe it meant. You will find, like the funny thing is, the Quran claims that this is a pure Arabic. If I type the word Arabic, you will see how many times the Quran claims that this is a pure Arabic. Then if you go right now to Google and search foreign words in the Quran, you will find long list. Even the Muslims agree that those are not Arabic. So how the Quran said that this is a clear Arabic Quran, as you see, not only it is a clear, there's no croak in it, which means it is perfect Arabic, no additional language, pure Arabic. But the second you starting from the name of the Quran, Quran is not an Arabic name. This is Aramaic word. Muhammad is not an Arabic word. This is Aramaic word. Ar-Rahman is not an Arabic word. This is Aramaic word. Go to any church, you will see they say Rahman Rahimu. Go right now to any church, they pray in Aramaic, you will hear them saying those words. Natrahamu alaykum. So they, everything they have in the religion is a fabrication, is a theft. This is why if you ask a Muslim here, it says Israel. You ask them what Israel mean, they don't know. What Israel mean? Okay, what Mikael mean? They don't know. The most important names in Islam, they do not know what they mean. What Gabriel mean? They don't know. Because all those names are a theft from other languages. So what I'm trying to say to you, all your religion is a counterfeit, stolen from other people, starting from the name Allah, with the name Akbar, with the three daughters of Allah, with the Kaaba, the cube, the black stone, Al-Makkah, the name Makkah. Even the word Makkah is not original. This is coming from the temple of the Makkah, which is in Yemen. And this is the moon god. The symbolic of this. Did you ask yourself why the crescent moon is the symbolic of Islam? The Muslim, they say this is not necessary. This is necessary. The Quran mentioned it clearly. The moon, the crescent moon specifically. All the religion of Islam is based, all the festivals, all the occasions, all the rituals is based on the crescent moon. This is not somebody just put a crescent moon by mistake in the top of the mosque. This is the core of Islam. If you go, you ask, what is the fasting month for the Muslims? Can you tell me?
Who?
What
the
is
first
the
imams?
Yeah?
Who the first imam is?
The fasting month.
The fasting months.
Uh-huh.
That's in February.
No, I'm saying what the name
March.
in Arabic. Ramadan.
No.
I'm saying Arabic.
Ramadan.
The name.
Ramadan. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ramadan.
Is Ramadan a month or this is a moon?
Ramadan is a month or moon?
Is it a month or a moon?
Moon.
It is a moon. So here you see the false translation. You see, here in the translation they say, the month of Ramadan. The fact, Shahr is an Aramaic word and it is a Hebrew word too. Mean moon. Moon. the moon of Ramadan. Which moon is that? The crescent moon. So whoever of you, and you will notice here that in the moon of Ramadan, the Quran came to Muhammad. So the very much the core of Islam connected to the moon. The Quran came delivered by the moon of Ramadan. So whoever of you cite the moon, you don't cite the month. You see how they lie in the translation, always they say moon, month. Look, they got themselves busted. So whoever of you cite, you don't cite the month, you cite the crescent moon.
Yeah, it says the crescent on the first night.
Yeah, but other translation doesn't say that. Every translation gives you different words, because all of them, even this one, they are lying, because they are giving false translation. They are saying the month, which it should be, unless they are ignorant, it should be the moon of Ramadan, which where the Quran revealed. So whoever of you cite the crescent moon of Ramadan, he should fast it. It's about citing. You don't cite a date, you don't cite a month, you cite object. And what object we are talking about? It is the moon. So the moon, the crescent moon specifically, is the core of Islam. Allah is the God of the crescent moon. And this is why we will find the God of Islam, he have the moon, the crescent moon, as a horn in the top of his head. It's always important to have this crescent moon as a sign of Allah, as a sign of authority. It's like his throne.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Also, Ramadan is the moon, right? The crescent moon. So it says in the months of the crescent moon, also when the crescent moon appears, then you will begin your fasting. Because there it was revealed. Yeah. So I don't see the problem.
What is the relationship between the fasting for Allah and the moon? Specifically the crescent moon.
It says because it's when the Quran was revealed.
Okay, why Allah he revealed the moon in the Quran in the crescent moon of Ramadan?
I don't know.
Yeah, so there is a reason, because
I guess because they are worshipping the moon
he is the moon god, and the crescent moon, you know, the crescent moon is where, you know, have you ever seen Islamic flags?
Yeah, there's always this crescent moon.
There is something unique about Islamic flag. This is not a new. Islamic flags exist. This is the Arab flags before Islam. You will notice that many of them, they have the crescent moon, and they used to have 3 stars in the front of the crescent moon. Did you see any of them? They have 3 stars.
No.
Like the old Egyptian, the Caliphate star, it was 3 stars, the crescent moon with the 3 stars. The 3 stars are the moon god stars, sorry, the goddess, the daughters of Allah. So let me see if I can show you. Here we go. This is the old Caliphate. Star. Do you see it?
Yes.
The moon god, the throne. The 3 daughters is the 3 daughters of Allah, the 3 stars. Do you see the throne of the Caliphate? He have the crescent moon in the top. So
where did you get this meaning that it's representing the
this is
Greek
all from
goddess?
the ancient history. You need to read. You can read. There's tons of reference. There's a book written by Muslims. There's a person. His name is Jawad, Dr. Jawad. He's a Muslim guy. Um, I will try to remember his name. Very well-known Muslim. He's a historian. He wrote tons of things, and you will find all those stories there too. Even the Muslim could not deny them. Those are books written by Muslims, not by Christians. So, like yesterday we showed how the black stone was a vagina stone, and women, they used to touch it when they have their period. They place their hand inside the vagina, which is the black stone, and they pray to Allah, which is the God of fertility. He will fertilize their vagina and make them have babies. So women, when they have no babies or they cannot make babies, they think, this is what the Arab used to believe before Islam, that if you cannot have babies, that means you commit a sin and Allah is punishing you. So what they do, they go naked around the Kaaba, and let me show you, and you will see now what is the root of Islam. Everything the Muslim today do is the same as the Arab pagan. So men and women, they used to go totally naked in the state of nudity around the black stone, wearing no clothing. Let us see.
The Christian Prince, I have to go now, but thank you.
Still you wanna,
I did some notes and
still you wanna be a Muslim after all what you heard?
I did some notes and I will research about it.
All right, no problem. Let me know if you
thank you.
decide to leave Islam.
Okay.
But I advise you not to leave Islam, because Allah, He promised you to have endless penis, and that is a gift, my friend. Yeah, this is how you know. This is how you know that your God must be the true God, because only true God will give you endless penis. Fake God, they cannot do that. Let me show you this one before you go. Do you see the screen?
Yes.
They go around the house of Allah doing what? Naked. In the state of nudity. The first naked beach, it was not in Europe. It was in the town of Muhammad. Do you see it? Totally naked, men and women, wearing nothing. After they go and do tawaf around the Kaaba naked, there's a group of men, they provide clothing to those who just had sexual rituals around the Kaaba. Men and women walking naked. The man, his penis is the woman, her vagina is a dripping blood. They go, the woman, she touched the black stone, touch her vagina first, she placed her hand inside the stone. The man, he come after, usually it is her man, he put his penis in the stone and he rub it over his blood, praying to Allah to make this woman give him babies. That is Islam. And this is the reference, in case you don't believe me. This is very authentic.
12019B. Okay, I wrote it down. Thank you.
Don't forget to buy a ticket to Saudi Arabia so you can do the same and send us pictures.
If I keep being a Muslim, yeah, and in case Christianity is the true religion, what will happen to me? I will go to hell.
What do you mean?
What will happen to me in case Christianity is the only true religion? What will happen to me as a Muslim?
You will, don't worry about what happened to you. I mean, I guarantee you will never get cold. You go to hell first and let us know what happened. All right?
So what will happen to me according to Christianity?
Well, my friend, if you are a Muslim and you believe in such a garbage and you believe that this is holy, after all what imagine I say to you, where Jesus used to go, there's people, they go naked around. I mean, this is sick. What is the who is the God? This is the Arab, their God is Allah. They go naked in the Kaaba. Their God is Allah. They are worshiping Allah. They call them pagan because supposedly they associate the three daughters with him. So what will happen to you is very simple. You will be smoked, you will be cooked, you will be in hell forever. As simple as that. So you stay with Muhammad, the pervert man, with everything. I mean, everything about him is sick. He did everything sick. He was sick. He's a pervert. He is evil. He is ugly. In the top of that, you discover that he is nothing but a pure pagan, disgusting creature.
Okay, so I will go to hell.
Yeah, you will
Okay.
go to hell if you are a Muslim. So you want to stay as a Muslim?
Okay, I will think about it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Thank you, thank you. I will come back. I will come back if I've done my research.
All right, no problem. You are welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.